एंड जैसे हमने आप सबको बताया था कि हमारे साथ लेफ्टिनेंट जनरल गुरमीत सर होंगे एंड ही विल बी स्पीकिंग अबाउट हिज एक्सपीरियंस इन द आर्म्ड फोर्सेस एंड बहुत सारे एस्पेक्ट के बारे में डिस्कशन होगी. So we have General Gurmeet with us. Sir, to begin with, a few words from your side, sir. Sir, you are not audible, sir.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I said, firstly, Jai Hind to you. And it's a matter of an honor and a pleasure that today I'm in with I'm Still Human, the group, the NGO group, the Young MEP People's team, we've been doing yeoman service for the last 5 years. It's a pleasure for me to be with you on this interactive session.
Pleasure is all ours, sir. And sir, हम लोगों ने काफी जब जैसे हमने सोशल मीडिया पे डाला, there were a lot of questions that were coming, and after that our research team also came up with few good questions for you. जो हमें लगता है कि यूथ अगर इसके बारे में सुनेगा, so they will get to learn more about you and about the Indian Armed Forces and हमारे देश में क्या चल रहा है और किस तरीके से हम लोगों को हमारे देश के लिए कंट्रीब्यूट करना चाहिए. So, sir, to begin with, I would like to know, on behalf of all the viewers, I would like to know about your journey from एक छोटे से विलेज से डेप्यूटी चीफ ऑफ आर्मी स्टाफ बनने तक की जर्नी, जिसमें आपने वैली में भी काफी साल गुजारे, जिसमें आप जीओसी श्रीनगर भी रहे, 15 कोप्स भी रहे, उस वो पूरी जर्नी हम जानना चाहेंगे आपकी जुबानी.
Thank you so much, question. This question is indeed very touching to me. And I would like to give gratitude to the nation, to the Lord, that He gave me this chance. Actually, मेरी जर्नी एक छोटे से गांव अमृतसर में जलाल उस्मा से शुरू होती है. When I was small, in our village, we had number of soldiers from our village, but we didn't have any officer. So aim as a child was to become an officer, and only thing I wanted to be a captain. In fact, that was the start point, that was a mission, that was the aim of life as a child. But then as the journey went on, it was all bonus thereafter. The Almighty gave chance to serve the nation as chief of army staff. I think that was right for me. Journey from my village in Amritsar to Sainik School Kapurthala to National Academy, and then joining Assam Regiment, my new home for Assam Regiment, and thereafter having all opportunities in life to serve the nation was the biggest thrill. I was fortunate to have served on India-China border extensively. I had almost 8 tenures of counter-terrorism, served in Op Power in Sri Lanka, served in East in the counterinsurgency, had 5 tenures counter-terrorism in Kashmir, and I was fortunate. 1 year I was in United Nations in Iran, and our organization is that gives you multitude of opportunities in life to serve the nation. In fact, this journey, if I have to sum up in 4 words, those 4 words: passion, intensity, professionalism, great satisfaction of life.
The experiences, majority experiences, since you were from the infantry battalion and brigade, so आपके सारे experiences on field लोगों के साथ रहे, जिसमें आपने श्रीनगर में वैली में 1-to-1 इंटरेक्ट किया होगा, आपने टेररिस्ट के साथ हैंड टू हैंड कॉम्बैट्स की होगी. तो ऐसे कौन से एक्सपीरियंसेस हैं जो आपके दिल के बहुत ज्यादा करीब है, both positive and negative?
Again, a very deep question. And to be honest, I dedicate entire experience of my life to my soul, my unit. I belong to Assam Regiment. I'm from 4 Assam. In fact, this battalion has produced Mahavir Chakra, Colonel Sonam Wangchuk. It has produced Chakra, Havaldar Nada. So I come from a great home, my unit, my regiment, and it gave me tremendous amount of experiences. There have been good, bad, many experiences in life, but the best experiences of combat, that is when you're close life and death. This journey of being infantry officer, पैदल सेना का officer होने के, we've been. I was fortunate that I was 1-to-1 with the combat, 1-to-1 with the situations of life. In fact, life has been full of learnings. To be honest, I was a company commander when I was in Sri Lanka, and that was a great period of learning in counter-terrorism. In fact, I remember I had two scouts. One was a Naga boy and another was a Nokte boy. One from Arunachal Pradesh and one from Nagaland. Perpetually, they were my scout number 1 and 2 for the entire period that I was there for about 2 years in Sri Lanka. And they were my best example of what soldier is all about. In fact, one of the very good learning which I had when I was in Sri Lanka, we had gone for an operation into thick jungles, LTT, we had information about LTT hideout. It was a very good information. So we went for operation into that thick forest. For 3 days, we were staying, we tried everything, but nothing. So I was disgusted that 3 days hard work had gone waste. So when we were coming back from there, and we crossed the jungle, came to outskirts of a village, and there was a hut. And I saw a young lady, a young mother with a small child. And my team had not caught up till then. So I started playing with the child, and child was very interactive. So it was very nice playing with the child out of innocence, And, for 20 minutes I played, and then another with our location. And we had an interpreter, a Tamil interpreter. So I said, this lady wants to tell me something. Just ask her what she wants to convey. And this lady says, your officer is very good. He's a very good human being. He's playing with my child, and I want to help out the officer. He said, what help? Yesterday, LTT people are running. They had lot of saman, emotion there. Took us there, and to our surprise, we found number of sacks like material, grenades, weapons, and many warlike documents, etc. I was so thankful to that lady, and then I reported to my seniors. I reported to my commanding officer and the brigade commander, and they asked me one thing: excellent operation. How did you get all this? What a wonderful job you have done. So I told them, I said, sir, would you like to hear the truth? He said, yes, soldiers should always speak the truth. And I told them that this is gift by a lady whose child I'm with, and she told this. And then I thanked that lady, and I told her to move up from there in the sense that she shouldn't become head of LTT. But there are a few fundamental things which we learned as a young officer. Firstly, always the woman. And the point was never talk politics. And third was don't talk loosely about money and other aspect of it. These are the basic grooming up of life. And there has been a number of incidents where, as a team, one lost the soldier. As a team, we lost the officer. One has seen death from close angles in life, in combat, in counter-terrorism. And it is very sad. It's a matter of pride also that your team member, the people with whom you worked, they had so much of respect for the nation. For them, supreme sacrifice was the ideal way of doing your job. On the side, number of terrorists we killed was fantastic in life. That was being on the path of righteousness, being on the path of professionalism, doing something for the nation, in the elimination and neutralization of terrorists. And no wonder our nation is so appreciative that at end of the journey, one had 4 presidents award, 2 chiefs award commendation, and which itself indicate that it was a long journey of counter-terrorism, a journey of lot of contest, lot of learning. But one thing I would like to highlight, like for example, 5 tenures in the valley. For us, the center of gravity of the counter-terrorism was the Awam. They are our family. We knew one thing that they are extended family for us, and we were doing this counter-terrorism for our people. We wanted to bring peace, development, and right environment for them out there. There have been many incidents of life where one has been close to. If one is alive today, walking to you, it's a bonus which has been given by my soldiers, by my units, by my officers who sacrificed their own life for me and talk to you.
So sir, आपके ही जो जवाब है उसी में से मैं एक चीज मेरा बड़ा सिली सा सवाल है। वर यू जैसे आप लोग इन्फेंट्री में काफी सारे लोग होते होंगे, बडीज, फ्रेंड्स एंड कोर्समेट्स, सो यू यूज टू काउंट द नंबर ऑफ किल्स एज वेल? जैसे आपके 10 हो गए, मेरे हो गए, यू यूज टू डू सच काइंड ऑफ कॉम्पिटिशंस एज वेल?
Very delicate question you asked, but really in absolutely with all the truthness, fullness, honesty, and sincerity at my disposal, I have never looked at the number. Believe me, we had a target, we had an order, we had an instruction, and we achieved that. See, in life, one found one thing that there are no runners up in the war. You have to have assured success. And for that assured success, what matters is practice. What matters is training. What matters is how you bring up your team. And in fact, I always feel lies, untruthfulness, shallowness, they can never be kept under the carpet. So right in the beginning, from my soldiers, especially Assam Regiment soldiers, I learned the value of truthfulness, value of professionalism, and like you asked something very touching. For us, out of all the relationships that we've had in our life, in professional life, school types, course mates, regiment types, my operation, my team types, they've been the dearest part of the family. And they are, I wouldn't say extended family, much beyond that extended family. And in the path of this professionalism, one has lost many of them, very dear friends that one has lost. But on the other side, you feel they done their job. They did what the society and the citizens asked them to do. They did the job because they were committed, they were dedicated. They had the sense of higher ideals of life. That's the way I look at it. And once again, I'll repeat that this number game that has never actually impressed me. Let me be honest about it. The aspect at the senior officer is how do you shape the strategical environment? How do you create the environment where the success of the nation, of the organization is definite? How do you dominate the cognitive domain, the thinking, सोच और विचार? अपने जवान का सोच विचार, अपनी यूनिट्स का सोच विचार और अपनी अपनी आवाम का सोच विचार, आप उसको कैसे मेंटेन करते हैं with purity? And let me tell you one thing. I have served for nearly 40 years of my life as a soldier. And if I add 10 years of my school, NDA, IMA, all those things, it becomes about 50 years. And right in the beginning, one knew one thing, that it's a game of long term. It's a cross country race, a sprint of 100 meters. So there was no excitement to achieve cheap thrills, cheap successes. So aim was always to go for higher ideals. And I must tell you that my ideal in life has been Guru Gobind Singh Ji. I have always followed three principles of Guru Gobind Singh Ji. That I have to be a good soldier, I've got to be a scholar, and I've got to be a good saint. That means my soldierly qualities have got to absolutely. I got to be aware. I got to be knowledge. मेरे को खुद का ज्ञान प्राप्त करना है. And thirdly, saint does not mean that you put on the robes or dress of a saint sadhu. In your conduct, in your ethics, in your ethos, and your values, you got to be saintly, where your saintlyhood in coherent frequency with your nation and higher ideals of life. That's the way one has looked at it.
सर सर मैं जैसे हमारे काफ़ी व्यूअर्स हैं, मेरे को अभी एक मैसेज भी आ रहा था दैट दे वांटेड टू नो आपकी जो पीछे देयर इज़ अ बैकग्राउंड व्हाट ऑल अबाउट. तो आप अगर इसको थोड़ा सा बता सके कि ये पीछे क्या चीज़ है तो.
I must say the viewers are very observant. The scroll जो मेरे पीछे लगा हुआ है, ये रिपब्लिक डे 2014 का है. In fact, Republic Day 2014 was very important for me. I was commanding 15 Corps, Srinagar Corps. And before commanding this corps, I was a brigade commander. I was the brigadier general space. I had commanded counterinsurgency force Delta in Kashmir. So it was a culmination of my combat experience in the valley for 10 years, almost 10 years from 2005 till 2014. So that year, I was so touched that the nation, army, and entire Almighty and the citizens gave us the appreciation in the form of 55 gallantry awards, 74 Chief of Army Staff commendation, 121 Army Commanders commendation, 6 unit citations, and 3 Army Commander citation, 255 awards only for my corps, for my family, for my team, for the corps which I commanded. Imagine that 255 were those people.
It's a huge number, sir.
Whose work in particular specifically was appreciated by the nation. So it was a very touching moment for me. I'm of a very profound view. There is a Buddhism mantra which goes Nam Myo Ho Renge Kyu. In that, the Renge means cause and effect. If you put in the cause of sincerity, hard work, commitment, and dedication, the results are definite. So that proves to each one of us a theme that you keep doing your work. The nation, society, Almighty is looking at scroll which is there is a great remembrance for a superb Chinar Corps, Srinagar Corps, 15 Corps, which has done yeoman service for the nation. I feel exceedingly proud with it. And that's the reason I kept it behind me to keep giving me blessing of that beautiful professional time that we've had.
Sir, one more question that has come forward that you have visited a lot of countries जैसे आपने बताया that you have visited China 7 times, Taiwan once, Pakistan twice and ईरान में भी आपने 1 साल का टेन्योर किया है. तो आपका जो चाइनीज विजिट्स रहे हैं जो आपने मैक्सिमम किए हैं उसकी ऑब्जर्वेशन और एक्सपीरियंस कैसा रहा वो आप अगर अपने हमारे व्यूअर्स के साथ शेयर कर सकें.
That's a very good question, and especially now at this moment, because coronavirus started from there, and the entire world has started glaring, looking at China. What is China? In fact, jokingly or in a light vein, when one wants to understand what China is, you have CH on one side, A on the other side, and inside is IN. So China is made of inside, in, flanked by CH and A on the both the sides. So to know China, you have to go there. You have to understand. You have to see. You have to observe it. I was very fortunate. I had a chance of going there 7 times in the period between 2000 to 2012. And I was part of a joint working group, expert group, China study group, annual dialogue. I was the key member of LAC clarification, border issue, those things. And I was very fortunate that I had chance of leading a military delegation. We went to Beijing, we went to Urumqi, that is in Xinjiang, we went to Shanghai. So it was a great learning. To be honest, when I went in this period of 2000 to 2012, at that time, I was very impressed with China because the way they were transforming, the way they're modernizing, way their infrastructure was coming, the way they had the unity of command, decision, and implementation. Every time I told myself, why not in India we are transforming at the same pace? Why are we not coming up on the economy at the same pace? And let me tell you, since I have been in Assam regiment, I have seen our citizens from Northeast, and whenever I met enemies, for that matter, I specifically compared him that individual in my unit, and I found that the boy in my unit or a person in the Northeast I knew, our people are much better than Chinese. The biggest problem is we don't know our self worth. So my humble request to all the youth, everybody who's listening is, please know your Northeast. Please know what a beautiful part of the country it is. I got a great love for Northeast people, and it is important for every Indian to learn about China. There was a big amount of learnings from Chinese, to be honest. But now, if you see critically two things: one is what happened in Doklam, and second is what has happened during this Corona. Start from there. When we look at the Doklam standoff, which was there for 73 days from 16 June to 28 August, uh, in fact, one thing came out very clearly that we stood our ground. And India, at this present moment, the capability, skills, and professionalism of very high order. Once we had dug in our heels, they couldn't do a thing. And let me tell you one thing: every Indian should be proud of Indian Army, the way we maintain ourselves, the way we operate in the LAC. In fact, there have been number of face-off, there have been number of standoffs, there have been number of physically coming closer, but it is a maturity. I would say both the sides that despite having such a vexed and a complex border issue between India and China, which we not been able to solve for last 73 years plus, and after 50 years plus after 62 war, despite that complexity, we still are maintaining peace and tranquility at the border. But it is very important as a nation that we should solve this border. But now coming on to the Corona aspect, in fact, all the respect which I had for China, I have got a lot of respect for China because they are an old civilization. They are unbroken civilization for thousands of years, like India. They are billion plus. They are looking after their people. They want to take out the people out of the poverty. They've done wonderful on the manufacturing, the supply chain. But what happened in December 2019, COVID-19 entire story, the 7 days delay from 13th of January to 20th of January, this strategic delay, this I would say this strategic mistake of a decision delay, misinformation, hiding figures, not sharing the inputs regarding coronavirus with the world, with the humanity, and their mistake has costed the world so many lives. I don't know. Uh, in fact, China will not be able to regain their credibility. The damage on their trust, damage on the way the world looked at China, the way the world looked at the way they were pacing up in transformation, modernization, everything has got crushed along with it. In fact, I'm definite about it that this is going to make a major difference into China's standing in the coming time. In fact, manufacturing hub which they were is going to shift out of China, and the signaling and the messaging which is coming from Japan, European Union, and mainly from UK and prominently from the US, manufacturing hub is going to shift out from there. The supply chains are going to shift out of that, and the game is going to change after the COVID aspect of it. In fact, China has done a major mistake. They have not behaved civilization. They have not behaved like a responsible power. They got to be doing self accountability, self responsibility. In fact, now the priority comes on to us. How do we fight the corona? So this is one challenge where in the fight as a nation, as a world, as a humanity, we got to be one. Till the time we find the solution or we find the vaccine for the corona, I think we got to be focusing on protection, on precautions, and all the directions, orders, guidelines which our Prime Minister, which our government has told us stay home, lockdown, hand washing, and all those social distancing, we got to follow in letter and spirit. I would say the message from what I learned the ethos in the army is that let's evoke our self-discipline. Let's evoke collective discipline as society and as nation. And we got a commitment to our nation to ensure that we come a winner in this fight against corona. We've done wonderful till now. In fact, our figures are speaking for that. But at the same time, fight is not over. And I must congratulate your group. I am still human. You as a young people, you have gone onto the ground and done a wonderful job. In 15 days, you have distributed almost about 2,000 plus ration kits, 30,000 masks, sanitizers you have given. You have approached the underprivileged. You have approached the old age home people. In fact, your activities, your volunteer steps have touched the nation. We are proud of each one of you. You are the real soldier. In fact, at this moment, the warriors are nurses, administration, government, police people, sanitation workers. And now is the time that we should hold the hand of this warrior. In fact, this fight is for our nation. This fight is to ensure that we come into the space where manufacturing, where supply chain, we must understand as India that we are billion plus. The value of each one of us as consumer in this world matters. Each one, if we turn our skill into manufacturing, if we turn our skill into supply chain, the entire globe, planet, world is going to depend. This is a great opportunity which is there, and I would evoke every Indian to rise up to this moment. Yeah, Vivek.
So first of all, sir, thank you so much for your kind and humble words for the team, sir. And whatever we are able to do is because of your guidance, and you are one of our mentors, sir, and you have been guiding us through um, many years now. So, sir, one question that Gaurav has asked us right now is, don't you think जैसे पूरी दुनिया एक तरफ कोरोना से लड़ रही है, दूसरी तरफ कुछ अफवाह आ रही है या पता नहीं सच्ची बातें हैं कि चाइना इज प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर वॉर, दे आर डूइंग वॉर एक्सरसाइजेस. सो डोंट यू थिंक कि इट विल बी अ टू वे सिचुएशन फॉर इंडिया एंड अदर कंट्रीज लाइक जापान, जिसमें चाइनीज थोड़ा सा पुश करेंगे इन टर्म्स ऑफ मैन पावर एंड वॉर सिचुएशन, वॉर लाइक सिचुएशंस?
Vivek, I must compliment you and Gaurav both for this beautiful question. In fact, it's a responsibility on our nation. It's a responsibility on each one of us as citizen that we should be prepared for any contingency. See, we got a health war which is on to us. Our health security of the nation has been challenged. At the same time, like you said, we are in a state of a bio war, biological war. We're in a state of a information war. We're in a state of psychological war. We are in a state uh, we are already enjoying a great war of city. Is that the war which we understood at the borders, the war which we are fighting as a counterterrorism, has taken a new shape. It has taken the unrestricted arena of warfare. It is in the hybrid war zone, the gray zone of the warfare. In fact, I would say that uh, the theories, the concepts, allegation, accusation on China are well based. Why shouldn't the world, humanity, the nation prepare itself for any contingency? It's a fact that first this virus appeared in Wuhan. There is suspicion that it is a product of a lab. It's a product of a bio-war scheming, a plot. There is a deep state which is behind this. There's a deep state, a deep thought, a strategical thought, which has already claimed 2 lakh lives in the world. Look at United States, 50,000 lives. Uh, it- uh, this is a case study. Say there are 10 soldiers, American soldiers, in a warship who are down or who die because of coronavirus. Actually, that virus, sprung by whosoever it may be, has claimed the life of a citizen of another nation. So we have to be prepared. In fact, I personally feel that we got to expand the term of security. Actually, when we look at the word security, we always talk about national security. We talked about military strategy, military security. But in my way of looking at it, security has got about 23, 25, or even more facets of security. There's a cultural security, there's a civilization security, there's a health security, there's a food security, health security at the moment. And I think to change our very perspective on security. And therefore, irrespective whether you are in the armed forces or not, you as a citizen have got to take your space in ensuring that your nation is secure from all forms of security at this moment.
Sir, before I take my questions, I have been spammed by few bios now, and uh, बहुत ज़्यादा spam हो गया हूँ. लेकिन first question that has come is from Sachin. So he says, Jai Hind sir, मैं एक क्वेश्चन पूछना चाहता हूँ that for a major, so what he could be to reach out to become a good officer like you and to be a general in the armed forces, what kind of courses and training he should be taking to achieve such higher ranks? So this is what Sachin asked, sir.
Excellent question by Sachin. I must compliment for this question. And the very fact Sachin has asked this question, I have got no doubt that he's going to be a very senior officer. He's going to be a general for sure. If he started thinking about it, if he started looking in that direction, if he's got passion for that, and he's ready to put in 1 hour extra every day into pursuit of the mission, nobody can stop him. Let me tell you one thing that the beauty of me or Indian armed forces is if you are good, everybody will come and help you. I've not seen one case where there's a deserving person, there's a self motivated person, and he has been harmed by anyone in the team. Very good thing he said, what should he do in the courses? In fact, I would say that courses, training courses, are time when you really learn. Be very sincere about learning. Actually, life is a path of, or it's a continuum of learning only. Sorry.
So please.
In life, you keep learning. At times, I keep discussing this point that I belong to a Sikh religion. The meaning of Sikh is to learn, and you go to learn till the time you reach your pyre, you reach the coffin, and learn how to keep your legs straight on your pyre or a coffin. And let me assure Sachin, you be focused, you be professional, you be ethical, and nobody will stop you from becoming whatever you want to become.
Sir. So, sir, two more questions. One is from one of my friend only. He rang me up this morning, and he was like, "It is a very personal question to ask." That he's a young my only, young officer. So he said, "Sir, tell us about your love story, your marriage with ma'am, and how you convinced her to marry you." So he must be thinking of doing the same, but again, he wanted some expert advice from you to motivate himself, sir.
That's a very beautiful, indeed, very beautiful question. And such question, a very soulful person, very friendly person can ask.
Sir.
In fact, I'm blessed that I'm married to the person I prayed to God that I get married to. She's my biggest friend, biggest blessing of the Lord. And the story is very interesting. When I was second lieutenant,
Sir.
I was posted to Faizabad. So one of our officer used to play volleyball with her elder brother who were participating in the state volleyball team. So this officer once casually told me, he was a Manipuri officer. So he told me that there's a Sikh family and there's a girl, she's studying in the college and she's doing LLB. So moment these points came that there's a Sikh girl studying in the college. So I requested him that, sir, introduce me to her. Please take me to their home. But this officer, he never took me there. And for 1 2 months, requested him. Then I knew that I got to do it myself. So one day, dressed up, put on tie, went to their home, pressed the bell, and she opened the door. I said, "Good evening, I'm Second Lieutenant Gurmeet," and she said, "I'm Gurmeet Kaur." Same name, same name, Sikh girl, and I knew that my love story starts here, and that love story uh, got fructified as a marriage. Uh, I'm blessed. I got two children. My elder child is a daughter, a divine child, a divine gift. Uh, she's in Calcutta. I got a grandson. My son is a sailor. He's in merchant navy. Currently, at this moment, he's sailing from Brazil towards east, and he's an engineer, married. So my daughter-in-law is with us at the moment. It's a beautiful life. I would like to give gratitude to Vaiguru for his blessing, for giving me this core group with me. And let me tell you, as an infantry officer, as a soldier, it is the army officer's wife, his children, which is the strength behind him. You'd be surprised to note that when my wife was going through a operation, I couldn't be there with her because of Valley in operations. When my daughter got married, I reached there just 3 days before the marriage. I couldn't participate in all the preparation. Everything was done by my wife. And when my son was born, I was in the UN mission and I couldn't come. My unit, my commanding wife, all the ladies of the unit, they looked after my wife and my child. I don't forget the team that we had, that Rhino team, Forasam team, my another home, who looked after my family at those moments. In fact, to be honest, soldier, armed force personnel, they drive their strength from their family, their wife, their children. They are their strength. They are the one who tell them that go, fight for the nation. Don't worry, we'll look after your requirements. In fact, that's why I would evoke this responsibility and accountability from every Indian, that every soldier, every martyr's family, every veteran, they have spent their whole life serving the nation for you. It's your army. They have never, I, when they had to give the supreme sacrifice, they never requirements ahead of what the nation, what the unit, what the task wanted them to do. So my humble request, a very revered request to every Indian is, please look after the soldiers, martyrs' family, soldiers' families, and the veterans who gave their life for the nation. And to be honest, when I look at the title of your group, I'm still human. I get so charged up with this word human that, and my compliments, I don't know who had this thought and added on a preamble to it to say that I'm still. That means that you every moment you got to tell yourself that be human. Last 5 years, what you've done for the society, what you've done for the nation is commendable. In fact, I clearly remember that year you started from Chandigarh, a group of about 20 young people on the bikes, on the motorcycle, through Delhi, through various places in the country. Then you ended up in Mumbai because of 2611. You got planned this year, maybe next year, to go to Siachen, starting from National War Memorial. Such beautiful thought done for the women empowerment is commendable. I find touching aspect of your group is you get connected through the blood with the soldiers, with the armed forces, with the veteran and the families. In fact, number of blood donation camps that you had, and I have participated in one of the major one which you did in Delhi. In fact, the drop of bloods which you donated for the armed forces, you are connected through your DNA, RNA, your blood cells, whatever. I find it very touching, and I would request the nation to please collectively join me in appreciating your efforts. And Vivek Mehra, I'm proud of you as a founder. I'm proud of every member of your team. I'm proud of every boy and the girl and whom I hear the unconditional volunteer job that you're doing. And
It is, sir, your
you
guidance and
did
your
not,
support that we are able to do it. I still
in
remember,
fact,
sir, when we were moving towards Mumbai, and we were in the middle of Ahmedabad to Mumbai, and I called you up, and there was only 4 hours left जब हमने मुंबई पहुंचना था, and you arranged everything within hour for us. एंड ये सर, ये चीजें हमें इतना चार्ज अप कर देती है कि हमें पता है कि अगर हम नेशनल वॉर मेमोरियल से सियाचिन भी पहुंच जाएंगे, तो हमें पता है कि जनरल साहब हमारे सपोर्ट करेंगे एंड थिंग्स विल बी इजियर फॉर अस. तो ये चीजें हमें मोटिवेट करती है, चार्ज अप करती है, और हमें एक हौसला देती है कि हमें अगर छोटा मोटा कुछ भी पंगा लेना है तो वो हम ले लेंगे, बिकॉज पीपल आर बैकिंग अस अप. We have all the support required, we have all the guidance required, and we have all the expertise required with us. एंड हमें ब्लेसिंग्स भी मिल रही है लोगों से, आपसे। एंड जैसे सियाचिन का आपने बताया, द मैजिकल वर्ड 8 जो आपने दिया था, विच वी विल नॉट रिवील टुडे, बट सम डे वी विल रिवील। इस चीज में मे बी सियाचिन अगर होता तो 8 मार्टियर्स किड्स, 8 मार्टियर फैमिलीज को काफी सपोर्ट मिलता। and we are hopeful that we will be providing support to such more number of families during our 2611 campaign, जिसके आप पेट्रन भी है। एंड वी आर जस्ट सर होपफुल दैट आपकी ब्लेसिंग्स मिलती रहेगी तो हम लोग इन सब चीजों को कंटिन्यू करते रहेंगे।
Vivek, my blessings are always with you. My blessings are always with the entire youth, the major portion of uh, our India, our beautiful India. My sport will be with you. I'm there till my last breath with you. And this journey of a soldier from a small village in Amritsar to being the chief of army staff of Indian Army, and having this opportunity after retirement to be of service to the nation, society, and every citizen, and to witness beautiful deeds by your group, by so many citizens, one feels at the trend and the status and the direction which the nation has adopted now. One feels huge proud that got such a towering personality as a leader whom the entire world honors, they respect. The way our leadership has combated or are combating this challenge of corona, the world is looking at us. The way appreciation is pouring in from the entire world. Look at one side that a big nation has let down the world because of decision delay, misinformation, and hiding figure. On the other side, another civilization has taken steps out, has helped the people, has shown compassion of a big nation, has shown that ethic ethos which our civilization, culture, and history has embedded in our DNA. I think we got to reconnect to our Sabhyata, Sanskriti, and history. That is civilization, culture, and history, and understand our self worth as an Indian. Today, it has been a great day for me. Today is a very poised day for entire India. Today, we are all fighting together as a nation, as a team, and it is a very touching day for me that I got this chance by I am still human to express some of the emotions that I've got, and through you, give a great appreciation, gratitude to my unit, Assam, my regiment, Assam Regiment, my organization, Indian Army, and to the every soldier who gave sacrifice for the nation along with me in my team, in my formation, in my command, and all those warriors who have worked, who have given sacrifice for the nation in the history of the country. I bow my head and hold my deep reverence and a blessing of Almighty that He's given all these beautiful moments. And special thanks to you, Vivek. You are a
थैंक यू
darling.
सो मच सर।
You're a founder of a beautiful group. Keep doing superb job. My blessings to you. And Jai Hind.
Sir, so one more question that Bhavpreet Singh has asked, and it is a very I agree to this question. He wants to ask that what is the secret of your enthusiasm and energy, sir?
To be very honest, in all sincerity, I tell myself that inside me, that within me is the blessings of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. I keep chanting Mool Mantra, that is Ekamkar Satnam, that mantra. And outside, I tell myself, Gurmeet, be like Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, fearless, truthful, be like a soldier and scholar, and follow the path of Guru Gobind Singh Ji. You know, Guru Gobind Singh is one example of a great Indian civilization where it is not his sacrifices, it is a sacrifice of his father, the ninth Guru of Sikh religion, and his four Sahibjadas, who gave the supreme sacrifice for this nation. So I tell myself inside, follow the principles of Guru Nanak Dev Ji: humbleness, humility, innocence, simplicity, and outside, be a soldier, a fearless Indian soldier, a Bhartiya Sena ka ek garv. That is the way I look at it, you know.
Sir. So, sir, last question from our side, sir. From my particular side, I would like to ask you for a message for the nation, sir, especially for the youth, कि इस टाइम पे यूथ को किस तरीके से एकजुट होके देश के लिए कंट्रीब्यूट करना चाहिए, एंड व्हाट आर दिस, वो नॉर्मल लाइफ में भी आके किस तरीके से कंट्री के लिए, आर्म फोर्सेस के लिए कंट्रीब्यूट कर सकते हैं, जिससे हमारा देश आगे बढ़े और एक सुपर पावर की तरफ जाए. Because we have been always talking about USA and China as the superpower, although we believe that India has all the capabilities required to become a superpower in next coming years.
My compliments to you, Vivek, for asking a beautiful and a core question. My message to youth is that please step out, please contribute to the nation. Don't expect orders from somebody, don't expect instruction from somebody. Understand your self worth, evoke self discipline in you, and be a volunteer and contribute. Each one of you is a blessed youth of the country. Nobody's got to tell you what is good for your nation, society, and for every citizen. Consider every citizen of India, भारत के हर एक निवासी को अपने परिवार का हिस्सा समझिए. I want to share with you, when I was in United Nations, we were 10 officers in a team in Iran, and the brigadier who was in charge was a Swedish officer. One day he asked me, he said, Major Gurmeet, if this is the quality of the 10 officers of India, this is a question in 1991. He said, if this is the quality of 10 officers of India, why India is not a superpower? In fact, this question has never left me, that why India is not a superpower. In fact, I think the rays of hope, the environment of the opportunities coming our way. So every youth must rise up, step out, and contribute. But the priority at this moment is to fight the COVID. Thereafter, in the post-COVID, be part of manufacturing India, be part of supply chain India, be part of national security India, be part of cognitive domain, that we are all part of the social media. We have a mobile with us, we got a laptop with us, we got other ways of communicating with everyone in the world. Be a messenger of narrative of India. Nobody has got to come and tell you what is the narrative. Please ask your own soul, ask your own self as a youth. To be honest, I'm definite about it that India is blessed with the youth, that youth bulge which is there. And nobody can snatch the 21st century from Asia and 21st century from India. I am absolutely clear about it that Indian youth is going to change the entire picture of planet, globe, and India from that. And what we've been talking, that Vish Guru, in fact, each one of you is a rising component of that Vish Guru. When you look at this word youth, you leave the th, rest left is you. It is you, you. Look at yourself. When you look at the mirror, look at yourself and tell your own self, tell inside that what is the self-worth. Every Indian is a blessed with the wisdom, depth, and qualities of hard work which is unparalleled in the world. No wonder the entire the topish achievers in the world belong to India only. So there must be some reason. It is because our ethos, ethics, which have there in our DNA. It is inside you. So the youth must understand this. Be part of India growth or reconnect to our civilization excellence. In fact, there are two challenges for the youth. One is connect to the Indian civilization, ethos, values. Know your history, know your culture. Get back instinct and fundamental as a Hindustani, as an Indian, as a Bharatiya. And secondly, you got to score your place in the future transformation, modernization, artificial intelligence, cyber, space, that modernization, that manufacturing, that supply chain, make in India, visit India, skill India. I think each one of us knows it. An Indian doesn't have to be told; he knows it. Only thing is, I would say, just follow the bigger path, help out each other, motivate each other, take responsibility of the underprivileged, take responsibilities for others, have faith in yourself, have faith in India, have faith in the future of India. I think that's my message. Jai Hind.
That's a very ग्रेट मैसेज बाय योर साइड सर एंड सर हम इसको अब मेरे ख्याल से पीपल हमारा 55 मिनट्स का सेशन हो गया है एंड वी बिलीव इट वाज अ वेरी फ्रूटफुल सेशन एंड मेजॉरिटी क्वेश्चंस को हमने आज कवर कर लिया है ऑल्दो आई रिक्वेस्ट अगर किसी और के कोई भी क्वेश्चंस हैं यू कैन ट्वीट इट टू जनरल गुरमीत सर at the rate LTGEN Gurmeet, which is Lieutenant General Gurmeet. So you can ask your questions to him on his Twitter account, and also you can ask us on your our Facebook page as well. In the comments as well, we will share the questions with General Saab, and he will tweet it about it. And so thank you so much for your time, sir. And it is always a pleasure learning from you. एंड आपकी एनर्जी देख के एक बार फिर पंप अप होने का मन कर जाता है एंड फिर मन करता है कि एक बार फिर आर्मी के लिए प्रिपेयर करें एंड देन ट्राई फॉर द आर्म्ड फोर्सेस एंड इट वुड हैव बीन आवर प्लेजर अगर आपकी कमांड के अंडर हम लोगों ने सर्व किया होता एंड अगर हमारी नसीब में वो चीज होती सो थैंक यू सो मच सर थैंक यू फॉर ज्वाइनिंग अस and we look forward sir to meet you again after corona and learn from you.
Thank you so much, and Jai Hind to each one of you.
Thank you, sir. Jai Hind, sir.